Okay, hi. You're watching Gangnam Style versus GFM Highlander mix. It's another UGC EU silver match. It's week 2 on Croissant. Croissant being a 5CP map. You can see it on the bottom. And it's quite known for being sort of very stalematey, very choky. Feel like this first half, a little bit of a spoiler, we do go down 2-0, and it takes about half an hour. So part 2 is a lot more exciting for actual gameplay stuff, but if you're, say, a beginner medic, you know, if you're just starting off in Steel, I'd still recommend watching this video. I feel like there's a lot that you can kind of glean off it. There's a lot of mistakes, and it'll actually kind of explain some of the fundamentals of playing sort of UGC Highlander to you. It's probably well worth watching. If you're on, like my team, if you're in a silver team actually, it's probably still worth watching because you can go, oh yeah, this was a bad play, whatever. Anyway, this is just going to be me sort of explaining my commentary and just trying to talk about why I did this, why this went well, why this didn't go well. Alright, so just going to start off now. Oh, interesting strat here, by the way, from me and my demo tournament trio, was if you use the sticky jumper on this map, you can actually get to their second just as like their team get there. So around about as we're getting here, our demo man is kind of ambushing them in the same place on their side of the map. We figured it could work out, might get a surprise medic pick, but it doesn't work out and he just dies. Sticky jump is a classy strat. It should work because not even we expected him to be that gay. Either way, we're now a demo man down. Things don't go too well. I have to search my stickers over there, which I decided to stand on because I am an absolute moron, but basically the mid-fight goes really bad for us. And we just take a ton of losses. We don't get out in time. You can see, I think I'm actually the only person to survive. I'm just walking around hoping for somebody. But I survived. We still have 75% Uber. We can make a hash it. 1 second. So, and already you can see what I mean about the map being quite jokey. There's only 2 flank routes. One of them you can actually see from there, the stairs going downstairs. And one of them is the door into here. Fortunately, while that was quite a good Uber from us, we killed their heavy, we killed quite a few classes. Look at the only 2 classes who actually came in with us. We have a sniper and an engineer who, you know, they're not like the classes you normally want on the front line. So it was a good Uber. Jed did really well there. Our heavy just wrecked stuff up, but our team didn't capitalise on that. And while we eventually started to push forward, we could have actually gone forward a lot sooner. And an example there, that's why comms are important. I didn't actually know that Jed had gone down until I started feeling bullets in the back of my head. But, again, still managed to get out. This isn't exactly great play, as you can see. It's just sort of, if our communication was better, then we'd actually be able to sort of do a lot more. But, and GFM are actually playing really, really well in this game. They play brilliantly. Another reason why you can see it's so choky is that you've kind of got the 2 little gaps there. You've got a big road path down there, and then you've got that cabin. And that's pretty much the only sort of place you can get in. Yeah, that was a bad play for me there. If I managed to catch a demo man and we hit him before he dies, then we could have done more. But that Pyro still manages to do well. He's a very important class on that point, because he's just got the air blast, he can just push you away. And you've also got the river, which is pretty handy to just kill people with. You don't see it happen very often though. But normally the threat of a Pyro on that point just makes people want to back off. Heavy just walks in to see what he can do, but unfortunately gets spammed out. Careful to kind of withdraw before he actually dies. Which is the same thing that I do here. I take a pipe, I'll get flung out, and I figure no, I'm just going to surf it home. I would rather sit on last and catch up with my team later than actually just sit there, give like 2 seconds more heals out and then die.
The control point is being captured.
Unfortunately, it does give them a little bit of time to roam onto last.
I am charged.
Yeah. You can definitely tell during this game that we're not very experienced with this map, and that definitely shows. We didn't play many scrims, and when you're playing on weird maps like this, like, it's okay when you're playing Badlands, Granary, Badwater, those kind of maps that everybody's played. But when it's a sort of UGC map, you definitely need to practice on it. I mean, we spent so long just sort of like sitting up there when me and Jed are going now. But we pretty much completely neglect that flank most of the time. And I think GFM kind of do the same thing as well. The flanks aren't particularly great in this map, but they definitely go underused during this game. If both teams have Uber, it's going to be a gentleman's war, really. Yeah. And look how well, just like, Yoga is just holding that area by himself. Because that walkway is just... If there's a sniper at one end of it, you can't walk down it. It's just a long corridor. Unfortunately, their sniper actually counter-sniped the Yoga. And they start to Uber in. See, just because of the sniper pick, they were able to come in. So the only thing I can is pop Uber on the point. Most of it goes towards the engineer because it's the only guy there, but an Uber will block the capture anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Still managed to pull through, didn't really lose many players. Their medic has gone down as well. Yoga has just managed to pick him. Hidax. So we figure it's time for a push. We have a very slight Uber advantage. We're going to have a better percent, but unfortunately their heavy just wrecks us. Again, our sniper gets counter sniped, so we just know that that corridor is a no-go. We just can't go in it.
I am fully charged.
Unfortunately, I'm a moron. Because mainly the sniper actually wasn't called. It's only something that I've actually been able to see earlier. But, yeah, he picks me. If we had known that sort of Yoga had gone down at the time, then I definitely wouldn't have gone out there. But... And you can actually see just like... On one pick, actually, they pick me and they pick Yoga, and then they come in. They just Uber, and that's it. They've Ubered on the point, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing anybody can do, and we lose the game. Just because their sniper wasn't called, maybe it was able to get a pick. This time we decided to go for the normal rollout. But unfortunately, Kitana gets stuck in a door. Also, our heavy has timed out, so we will be getting a pause as soon as we get to mid. Yeah, and here's the pause coming in now. The man has managed to actually survive. Like, he has managed to unlag out, but we did do this pause a little bit ad hoc. We just kind of press buttons in console rather than asking them. With two big classes down, we were just panicking. Let's see if we can speed this up actually. I'm just going to have the normal people spamming the binds and stuff like that. But be careful, you only get one chat message during a pause, so that's something to look out for. And our heavy's just come back in. Yep, I'm pausing 5. Longest 5 seconds on my life though. And here we go. I'm starting to panic here. I've still got the post-pause lag, and I honestly want to back out. You know, a heavy hasn't been here. The German showed up really late. Not feeling very comfortable in the fight, but he works up. We actually start to put it back a little bit. We get a few frags. And so, yeah, we can do it. I haven't really got Uber. I honestly don't know why we keep going for this position, because it keeps leaving me here. Nobody on our team is actually watching this sort of like side route, and it just makes me kind of panicky. At any point somebody could have just walked in and killed me. You can see like keep coming back to the house. Fortunately here we have a Pyro v Spy fight. Pyro is still playing, yeah, still doesn't have a microphone, so he probably could have called that out, but he manages to deal with it, even though I have overkilled the Spy. Another point is that I'm still sitting on this Uber, and I'm kind of getting a little bit antsy with it now. I don't like holding my Uber too long, because you're just giving them an excuse to drop it. I tell them we're going in, and we make the block capture. Unfortunately they pop Uber as well, but at least we delay it for a little bit. Yeah, even though Rooster was about to die there, he was careful to give me the health back, and that health back heals you for 75 HP, and at one point I went down to 60 health. So if I hadn't taken that, even though Rooster was only at 20 HP, I would have died. Health kits are for your medics. Because I mean, I can just sit there and constantly heal him, but I can't heal myself. So that's something that's very, very important if you're at a low level. Just health packs are for your medics. This probably applies for pubs and everything. This Spy seems to use the Dead Ringer a lot. I'm not sure it kind of works on this map. It doesn't really work as well in Highlander. Just because the Dead Ringer only really works against players who aren't really expecting it. Unfortunately, we are getting kind of spammed out here. Their heavy is actually really, really good. I think at one point during this game he has like 6 dominations. It's insane. We know that both teams are Uber. And we're just still frantically on the lookout for that sniper. We don't know where he is. But I saw a little blue dot, so I'm terrified now. Fortunately, Yogurt manages to get a med pick, which means that we have Uber. They don't. We can go in. And then as soon as I see that sniper seat, I just like kind of cling to the wall and hope that he can't see me around it. Little things like that, you just don't want to be seen by that sniper at all. It's like with the Lakeside game. It doesn't matter how good or how bad he is, but if he can see you, he'll get you. Eventually. And we actually managed to cap mid, which we're pretty impressed about. It's the first time that we've actually been able to contest. And actually push onto second. And then you get to see what the map's like from the other side. I mean, look at that sniper line. Like from where our engineer is standing behind me, like where that torch mark was, you can see onto the point as a sniper, and that's pretty ridiculous. Fortunately, we don't actually do a proper push here. If we were more coordinated and we just went in together, we could probably have done something. Fortunately, I get separated from my heavy. I get panicky. I kind of end up trapped here. Which is nowhere near the best position for me to be in, because that little ledge above me, someone could just walk out there and kill them. So the heavy walks in. I eventually decided to just pop it and go out. Maybe if I had told Jed that I was coming and that he should just go out, I could have actually done something with it, but still managed to both survive. Even though I stand on these stickers, I jumped to kind of save myself. And then I died to the most stupid spy ever. But yeah, This half isn't the most entertaining, but you can definitely see bad plays and ways that we should improve and things that you shouldn't do.
Alert. The control point is being contested. Time has been added.
Fortunately, our sniper manages to equalise the Uber advantage. Like I said again, sniper is just terrifying as a medic. And it's one of those things that your team needs to keep on top of. You need to push him out. You need to treat him the same as you would a spy. You need to know where he is at all times. Fortunately, that mini sentry is pretty much shutting me out. But that soldier comes over, and I just look for cover. I can surf the rocket quite well. And then a spy comes for me. And my team managed to take care of him pretty well. If he had just shot me once, I probably would have died. But they hesitated and gave me time to get to the health pack. There's only so much that sort of like deathmatch ability and dodging can do for you though. I mean, if that soldier had actually managed to hit one of his rockets a little bit closer to me, then I wouldn't have had the free health and got away. Or if the spy had decided to just shoot me, then he could have actually got some more out of that. Fortunately, we can't really offer much resistance on second. I'm stuck with a soldier. I'm to get forced by a scout. I honestly think that he did shoot me again just before, well, just after I popped the Uber. I think he actually would have killed me. I spent too long looking for an escape route instead of just running straight back. I was thinking that I could go around, come up through last. But in that situation, that's just me not knowing where my team were. Do we ever get another medkit? This is an area that's sort of like, you can't come out on defense, like you can't come out pretty much past where I'm standing here without being shot by their sniper. But if you're attacking, then it's very, very difficult to push into. Your choice is basically either going under and then trying to fight uphill, or going through this sniper spot and getting your medic picked, which happens a lot to GFM in this game. So unfortunately our entire team is lit, and I'm not even comfortable standing there, because all it would take is one person now that Yogurt is down, to just have the balls to walk up to me and I could die. And see if they do actually start to come in, the heavy and their demo man both show up. And while we're sitting looking at the far end, they decide to actually just contest the point. And here I am, I'm the only person on blocking it. But it means that I'm able to Uber whoever shows up. And I don't manage to scout, manage to actually do some work. There's only so much you can do though. But still, even after my Uber run out, while I was kind of doing that weird surf with about 8 HP, I was still the only person on the point, and I was still blocking that capture for the entire time. And that's the kind of point where I said during the Lakeside video last week that there is a point where a medic's life isn't as important as the actual, like, the game, the objective. And that's one of them. If you're the only person who's capable of blocking blast, then you're expected to. Don't just sit back like in a pub and just let it happen. But yeah, we decided to go crits. The Uber charge hasn't been working for us. It's been at least 20 minutes. And Uber charge hasn't actually done anything for us yet. So in that case, we decided to mix it up. I don't think they were expecting it. But we know that they're still running Uber, and that we think they have an advantage at this point. This game was played on Monday, today's Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure they had an advantage at this point. Fortunately, they called it their Uber. This could be real or fake. I noticed that GFM's medic was a lot more proactive on sort of his calling Uber charges, hiding them, that sort of thing. So we're not sure whether or not to buy it, but we decided to crit him anyway. And it turns out that to be real. Unfortunately, Kit goes too far and doesn't manage to get out. And while I do, I didn't have any money to build Uber with. Which means that normally in this situation, if we pop crits, they pop Uber, and then we survive, it means that we have the Uber advantage, because I'm going to have crits before they have Uber again. But I had nobody to build the crits with, so it didn't actually happen. We do manage to block this cap, but it's way too close. The medic does go down though. That gives us a massive crits advantage. We're on 60% when he went down, I think. By the time he comes back up, we have about 75, 80. Now Pyro was calling for us to push on this, but we decided with the points so close to being capped. See, their scout comes along. We knew that the soldier was actually down there somewhere. We decided that it wasn't safe. We were happy to just walk in with the crits advantage that we have. Because we know that that can translate into picks later on. They're not going to have any form of Uber. We decided to use it and see what we can get. We get the medic again. And this is the time that we should have got it out. But we overcommit, and then I die as well. Everything goes well until that sniper just walks along against me. If I had just come out as soon as they got the medic, if we had just gone, okay, well, we've got the med, we've got the crits advantage again, and pull out, then things could have gone a lot better. But still, either way, we managed to cap second on top of it. And I don't know whether engineer just took that like that. That's an example of sort of, if things aren't working well, you need to try change. And that crits did work out for us in a small way. Again, we got crits, but we're taking it immediately. We just want to go over it. I thought we took a bit too long, but still managed to get 2 picks with it. They pop Uber, and we just fall out. Because we know, yeah, well, we got the advantage now. We're going to have crits in 32 seconds. Albeit a bit longer, because I'm not actually hitting anybody right now. I've probably just lost the advantage again. But yeah, crits charges in 32 seconds, as opposed to Uber, which charges in 40. And that's at the maximum healing rate. That's without any gaps where you're not healing anybody, any times where you're not, you know, you're healing somebody who's already fallen, that sort of thing. Fortunately, we have a little problem here where both our scout and our soldier try and build at the same time. And normally I'd say the scout is actually better for building. He doesn't require ammo. You know, if you're building with a soldier and then they come in, then your soldier's only got 2 or 3 rockets loaded, whereas the scout can just take an extra half second of heals and then go. Fortunately, with both of them doing it at once, I spend more time trying to stop them from actually dying. But we try the crits again, and we didn't notice the most obvious stickers on the planet, and we just get crushed. That was really good play from their man there. Good prediction. And I think a mistake like that is going to cost us second. Even though Scout Owen did just manage to get their medic again. There's too many people on second. We just have to run for it.
I am on fire! Medic! Medic! Doc, come on, man! I am charged!
Yeah, this is a case where it took us too long to crits. Probably could have done something if we'd just gone out with it. But now we got pushed into a bad spot, and our crits just managed to do anything. They also would have had Uber if their medic was actually around. I don't think he went down. That was just a bad crits from us. Their heavy goes down, which is a huge pick for us. Their medical also goes down, but with this team, they seem to rely very much on their heavy. And it's a key player in that regard. If you get their if you get their heavy down, you can push. Fortunately, if I hadn't been such a retard with my crossbow, then I probably would have saved our scout. But recognizing key picks is a really important thing. Like so far with this team, we've seen their heavy and their sniper are the classes that you want to go down before you can push. The medic and the demo man are important, but in this case, the heavy is the main goal. Whereas on our team would probably say it's more of like a demo man thing. I do die trying to block the point just because I felt like they could domino, which they have sort of done. They've just sort of gone straight from one point to catching the other. We didn't have many players up, and I just tried to stall. Fortunately, I die. No, I don't get much accomplished. Score's 2-0 down for us. It's not looking very good. Trying to think of ways that we can change things. We're still on crits. We're running it to mid this time. Just something that we haven't done yet. Hoping it can work out okay. We go with the crits. As soon as I get it, it just gets popped. And we pick the heavy, which is just, again, it's that key pick. And then we also get the medic as well, which is pretty nice. He goes to a crit roller. I think it's a roller. Fortunately, we sort of squander our advantage. We picked the most important class, and then we don't really go with it. I kind of get pushed off the point by a mini sentry. People get headshot. Spoo gets an awesome double reflect there. I think he gets their demo man and their engineer. So we can expect to see that in a frag video later. But I finally managed to catch up with that heavy. Let's go.
Time has been added.
Yeah. I don't know why our skeleton soldiers don't just get at that. They've just seen a heavy die with me there trying to heal him. So I don't know why they didn't just see that and go, right, we can't win this, I'm going to fall out. So we got the crits. And if we'd been a little bit more coordinated with each other earlier, we could have popped that as they actually go on the point. We still try and go for it. Unfortunately, I decided that I want to kiss this wall. Don't know if that was through knockback or whatever, but I do end up going down, unfortunately. So we've only got 2 minutes to go, and this has just become a game of we don't want to lose another point. We don't want to lose another round before half-time happens.
Time has been added.
What our man's doing here is that he's just damaging himself to constantly build Uber. This is normally something that's reserved to like the soldier or the scout. You've seen both of those classes do it before. But he wants to do it. Unfortunately, nobody bothers about the scout. Although me and our man did overextend, I'd say at that point. I think at this point I switch away from the medieval medic stat, just to kind of give myself a little bit of, yeah, have the Ubersaw. I think I'm running the overdose and the Ubersaw, yeah. Just in case that kind of situation happens again where I have to defend myself. And also because we've had to, I think twice I've ended up blocking right last with my amputator or something, and getting that split Ubersaw is pretty nice. See scout, be scout, and we're just trying to work out which one switch. Our scout does end up actually killing him, but I'm still, at this point I'm still a little bit suspicious, but I see him double jumping about the place and know it's okay. In cases like this, it's important to know sort of the distinctive traits between spies and the actual classes themselves. Like, the scouts can double jump, but spies pretending to be scouts can't double jump. Medic, if you see a spy disguised as a medic, he's not going to be healing anybody, that sort of thing. And that can just be a huge thing for looking for a spy disguise. Fortunately, we don't see that. Right, we're back on the regular Uber, seeing as we know we only have to wait for a couple of minutes to stall out the round.
I am fully charged.
We decide that Uber is going to do us much more good on blocking a point than Chris was. We decided to get out a bit early because we popped before they did, which means see they still have a few seconds of Uber left after we finish.
The control point is being contested.
At this point I just decided, you know, I want to try and block it. We have, I think it's, yeah. See, that's it. Anyway, that's been the first half of UGC EU Silver Week 2 Gangnam Style versus GFM Highlander mix. They ended up 2-0 up after the first half, and yeah, it's been very sort of defensive, very choke pointy play from us. It's not very good. Part 2 is a lot better. We actually take some points back, but I still feel there's a lot of, if you're starting to play Highlander competitive, then there's still a lot of good information you can glean from that video. Mainly stuff not to do, but please stay tuned for the second one. It's going to be a lot more lively. You're going to actually see some pushes. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. Cheers.